Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Zambians, today I would like to talk on political violence by PF cadres against the opposition. And I would like to urge the president to do everything within his power to stop political violence and indeed oppression of fellow Zambians by other Zambians, by his political cadres. On September the 10th, I saw a debate video of PF Sandachanda and UPND on the Zambian Observer, and the headline, Debate PF versus UPND. Mubita now dismantles Sandachanda. In that video, Sandachanda, when he commented about political violence, he lied through his teeth and said that it's the opposition that are violent and that his political cadres are not. But we have seen throughout the time that PF came into power, it has been the PF who have been in the forefront of causing violence towards the opposition. And of course, if you are the opposition, someone is coming to attack you, you need to defend yourself. If you come and try and attack me, I will try and defend myself. And before I go any further, allow me to just read some few headlines and make some comments to some of them. There is a video that is circulating through the internet. It says Lily Mutambo wants PF who came searching for her. And this is by Akaliashi, Zambia. In that video, we see a UPND supporter, an elderly man, bleeding, just because he is trying to support Lily Mutambo, who is an aspiring candidate for Monale. And it is shameful that PF cadres can go and try and search and hunt for her because she is aspiring to be a candidate. And it's shameful to see them injuring that elderly man who could have died from what they did. There is another video here. Violent PF cadres demolish UPND member Mercy Chalo's Kantemba once again. And this is from the Zambian Watchdog, August 8, 2020. In fact, I had wanted to talk on this one earlier on. And it is shameful that PF cadres and whoever had sent them had to go and demolish the Kantemba for Mercy Chalo, where she sells her merchandise, her goods, for her to put food on the table. And the president is quiet. PF leaders are quiet. The religious minister is quiet. Some of the PF-aligned pastors are quiet. They can't condemn that. And yet I've been able to go into many places and I see people selling their merchandise in markets or in other places, and they have the PF Chitenge and no one attacks them. A UPND sympathizer, cadre, puts Chitenge material where she's selling her goods, and PF cadres come and destroy. And we are all quiet. This is not the Zambia that KK and many others fought for. And I put the links to all these videos or headlines for you to read or to see yourself. There is a video here, and it says how PF abuse citizens that have divergent political views. This man was dehumanized for wearing a UPND t-shirt. This is from the Zambian Observer, September 11, 2020. I saw that on one of the streets of Lusaka, and my heart bled. I couldn't comprehend how PF cadres could be able to do such kind of a thing. In broad daylight, people are passing, and no one is not able to say anything. Well, it is so shameful. Zambians have reached the stage where they are so fearful of the PF cadres. And I wish the police could arrest thugs that did such a thing. Mr. Kanganja, you need to arrest those thugs. They are there. The video is there. Try and search for them and apprehend them. Don't just be quick to go and apprehend opposition leaders when you hear say they are being accused that they have done this and this, and your police go and apprehend them. And yet we have videos of PF thugs, cadres, causing thuggery in our nation. And your police are quiet. They don't do anything. Time has come for you to rise up and apprehend these PF thugs. Now, I would like all of you to watch the videos, to read the headlines to the videos that I have shared with you.
Manje imewapia kumuli kwanji tamila kila chiani tamila kwila isa sitikagaye na pawa imandima muli na pawa mweka na president wanu
Zambia mwe bantu venze pasitikaye lo sifina kondwele feki useni petensi dauka kwenze kufunga mkala ko meeting kapani meeting still tashita meeting but bantu venze bakuma nako but ba PF vashitale lo sifina kondwele se bapeza abantu balimirire banyamula chapechi nsimbi babwera na vimyala vinsimbi mapanga bambomenya ujamu abafunza na chitachani ichinchanyamula chitaye chitamino wanyamula namenya nacho muntu atiya chitaye ndimo bambo bamenyera mwanji babamenya kubachita abantu sinizana wamelali kaya bali kwanti ati mwanji kuno kumtendere ista papa tatempa ko security apuno pino bakapokolanga mumvera akutapapata PF bativuta stienda mtendere kulipa kustako chintu chorongozo ukapita cheni kukuwefya kulipa kustako chintu chopuno pino kumtendere isana please na papata ngatindiwe Amfrey please na papata ngatindiwe kada iwe ngatindiwe upezeka kukostawa na papata please ta papata tirekelele nkonde bantu wonse tifuna kungala bwino kulipa mwene wake wachalo chino iya ngati mumbera president ta papata tichinjire nkoti nirira pano na papata nirira ndile mwana iyi batate banga ine ni bankote babamenyera mu vintu vakutati sikufungana kumenyera basi nonge nje batate banga ni bankote bakanipaya batate banga ndana zanisungira abantu ndana zanisunga sinisebenza nili penshito iyi sinasirize school nista depend muri batate banga bamene bachandira nisungira bana na papata please ba PF chinjani na papata muzatipaya bonse tirira kumtendere isi kulipe kuyenda tirira kumaploti papa station batiteka mfindi na papata kulipe kuvala shati ya HH ni kumeni inshi tisangala pwanji mchalo chatu bachazambia pana mwe bantu ta papata tirira ko ise kuna change please ta papata ngati mumvera konse kwa memulire munione ine ndine mwana muono ine na papata 25 years nirira na papata.
Hi everyone, this is Lilian Motambo, aspiring member of parliament of Monali constituency. I'm here in Kalikeliki. I just missed an incident where PF cadres came and attacked my people who had a meeting here in Kalikeliki ward. Now this is unfair because we expect peace in our country, Zambia. Nobody has a right to threaten anybody with violence, and we know a gentleman, Humphrey, who is found at Watchtower. I'm sending a warning message to you. retaliate. You have no right to attack any UPND member just because they don't believe in the current government. The current government has failed. So you don't have any right to stop us from doing what we need to do if we need to have meetings. And even yesterday, they sent a bus full of young people with pangas trying to threaten the whole meeting. They even took our chairman. The man is elderly. What type of discrimination is that? In our country, we expect people to be treated fairly. Just because we believe in another political party does not mean you have every right to stop our gathering. Where is our human rights in this country, sir?
Nandani shaka bwekeshe po kufara vya mashiru. Kufara ishi.
Ulanda TV ya mashiru iwe.
Shaka wo kufara ishi.
Iwe.
Shaka
wakesha po kufara vya mashiru
danda. Uno t-shirt bigezo hivi. Leta uno t-shirt. Hali ni yule kwa poisa fula. Fula. Chinshure fire yo. Okay, fule. Chinshure fire. Fule. Eh? Chinshure fire ya green.
President wewe.
Number president.
Satishwa bwana.
Fula.
Fula yo kwelewe.
Sampena ka. Kesa.
Mwende
biri mukatumwa neve barembere kunuma. Biri mukatumwa neve barembere kunuma yo. Fula no.
Yo fula nda. Kuchifula choyo. Fula chiwe.
So pale ya biro kwa poisa ikata.
Pale ya neti.
Imia kwa poisa.
Iwe, imi ama t-shirt ayo.
T-shirt ulikuwa poisa.
Imi ama t-shirt ayo iwe. Niyo te.
Posa poim.
Posa poim mota ulifaya. Yeah. Wale ulifaya.
Nani?
Edgar
Shagwa
Lungu. Pale pashani kwa bwana.
Futi.
Satishwa bwana. Satishwa bwana. Amekesha hapo. Atole fast bwana. Wewe chitwala ojeje bwana. 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 Nabantu bachina chakubampere wala tekuchechi kuno
ila tutumafara bwe na ulisa mucharo yo
baba mucharo no
ndande ule uliko
nebone uli
Edgar
chakwaru
nafuti
chakwaru
imia nebone uli
nebone uli
so ntabo no mbabaro kumu apa mo
usonda kupachikopi hapo oya
biribuka
Chairman, Lusaka Central, na kapapula rubwa wati, Lusaka Central. Na given Rubinda, I don't know if Kashima given me the Tabaka, the Bachelor, the Pominakuma Kadazi. You have no manners and no respect. Tabaka no Muntuachi minister, what justice, staff upon a law. Mitigation, whatever the university, university of Zambia, Kusama lawyer, justice minister. To a bundle of Pipaine. Mr. Chipaya Wasunda, Nankane, at 9 Nishina. Given Rubinda. Eh? You want to cut a chasu, Mamubao, and you have a Tambila, we'll let them Kachasukuli, one way, to a pine, no Kachasu one way. Then on the Tabla Popa. We open the Toilet Puba. You pay in Jimama wise. No Chaman and Mama Fags, Bakawala, PF. PF, Mama Family, robbery. From 25 years to life in imprisonment. So I'm appealing to all Zambians. These people who are ruling you, they are thieves. They are criminals. If you do not drink Jolly juice, you blood suckers, satanist, idiot.
And having listened to the videos, having read what was written, I would like to challenge the president, Mr. Lungu, to put his foot down and say enough is enough. I don't want to see fellow Zambians being oppressed. As KK used to say, oppression of man by man, and this time it is oppression of other Zambians by PF cadres and PF officials. Mr. Lungu, I've already told you your time is up. If you want to finish like the way Mobutu Sese Seko finished, then continue doing what you're doing. Continue allowing your cadres to do what they're doing. But if you want to finish well and have some respect and have people like us, elderly statesmen, citizens in the society, speak out for you when you go out of office, do what is right and stop political violence by your cadres. As the president, you have got the power to say, I don't want any other Zambians being oppressed by fellow Zambians. You have got the power to stop political violence by your cadres and vice versa. And of course, vice versa, because the opposition will always retaliate if they are attacked. Just like if you came to try and attack me, I will defend myself. I will defend myself. So do what is right and stop political violence. And I want to appeal to the Inspector General of Police. My brother, if you are older like myself, listen to advice from us elderly statesmen, citizens of the society. Do what is right. Don't try to sit in that office and just protect PF and their cadres. The evils that are being done today, they will haunt you. If you don't do what is right, whatever you are building, you shall leave it. You shall run out of Zambia. Don't protect the few individuals. Protect every other Zambian. Let the police protect every Zambian. Your duty as the police men and women is to protect both the ruling party members as well as the opposition members. To protect both the ruling party cadres as well as the opposition cadres. Let me also appeal to fellow preachers, especially those in Lusaka who are aligned to President Lungu and the PF party. I would like to urge you, brothers and sisters, to speak to these politicians, to speak to the president and to the ministers to stop political violence, to stop oppression of fellow Zambians. Let me warn you that the blood of Zambians will be upon you because you are quiet. PF is coming to your churches, giving you money here and there to keep you quiet. But don't keep quiet. Speak out. Get the money because it belongs to the Zambians. Get the money, but speak out when you see injustice, when you see oppression of fellow Zambians. Let me speak to my sister, the Minister of Religious Affairs. My sister, you and I are supposed to be senior citizens in the society. That job that PF has given you as a religious minister, it is to save all Zambians, not for you to be a PF cadre. Your job, you are supposed to speak out for all Zambians, for the opposition as well as those that are in party. But it is shameful to see a video where you are seen at a PF rally, urging people to support PF. Yes, you have your democratic right to support PF on your own, but in public forum, as a person who represents all other Zambians, you are supposed to go at their political party and urge them not to engage in violence, than to tell them to say, vote for President Lungu or for the PF. Then we look at you as a PF cadre and you make your religious affairs ministry irrelevant in modern Zambia. If that is the way you are supposed to be functioning, then that position is irrelevant. We don't need it in Zambia. It's just wasting people's money. Yes, you may say I was picked up by the PF government. Yes, the PF government chose you to run that ministry on behalf of Zambians, and you are being paid, not by PF money, but you are being paid by Zambian money. So if you go at a PF rally, you should also go to the UNPD rally and tell them to say we don't want violence, live in harmony with one another. That's what we expect to hear from you, not to hear you tell people to say vote for Lungu, vote for the PF candidate. You are supposed to be like an ambassador who represents Zambians in diaspora without favoritism. Because an ambassador is a civil servant. And your office is supposed to be above that of a cadre. My sister, let me warn you, if PF continues to cause violence, the blood of Zambians will be upon you. So I urge the president, I urge the inspector general, I urge the pastors in our nation to do what is right and help stop political violence, stop oppression of man by man, especially by PF cadres. And I urge the Minister of Religious Affairs to do what is right, to respect that office and represent all Zambians. In the name of our Lord Jesus, I break every spirit of darkness that has blinded PF leaders, including GBM, who is one of those that is preaching tribalism, to stop in Jesus' name.